What's up? What's up? It's Mike Watson with Freestyle Komics, Short Fuse Media, the most enthusiastic man at Comic Con or in comics. What's up, Justin? Rock Lee. All right. Rock Lee is one of them. Yeah. Apparently, I'm going to freestyle at some point tonight because that's what I do at the comic book conventions and hyping up people. So, first off, thanks for tuning in. First link that I'm putting up there on my personal page is the Dear Creative event page. I have that scheduled all year long. What's up, Elisa? Please join in. What's up, James? Join in and go to my event page so you can see updates on Dear Creative, when Dear Creative is happening, and all that jazzy face stuff. I got the PlayStation going. Hold on. I thought that would make for some nice background music, but it's kind of loud and distracting. All right, so what we have going on here today, let's get a couple things out the way. The Stealth Kickstarter was successful for Short Fuse Media, raising over $5 grand out of their $4,000 goal. So congratulations on that one. What's up, Clay? We got another Kickstarter that is finishing up in this last couple days. So if you guys want to join up over there, pledge, show your support, share it. I'm putting it in the chat right now on my personal page. Rock Lee is a really good choice. Whoever picked Rock Lee. Somebody knows I like Rock Lee. Someone's paying attention. That Ace Blade, the 100-page Ultimate Edition Kickstarter link I just posted. So that's what's up. What else is happening? What else is crack-a-lacking? Yeah, so I'm going to be at Wizard World Des Moines. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's in Iowa. So that was like excellent news that I heard that I'm going to be there. I've been invited out there. So that is what's up, man. Oh, that man, I can't even tell you how good that tastes. Like, that tastes so good right now. Like, that tastes like super good. Why? Oh, okay. Let's get the Safari. We got the wrong one up. So my code is still the same though. So if you're going to be at that Wizard World show or going to any other Wizard World, excuse me. If you're going to be at that Wizard World show or going to any other Wizard World show, you can use my code Watson20 to save yourself 20% off your ticket price. And that's just for the ticket, as I've been told. It does not work for VIP packages or anything like that. If anybody wants to throw out a superhero, an anime character, a villain, a movie character, anything like that, we got Rock Lee. Apparently, I'm going to do a freestyle tonight because it was requested by my friend and a long-term fan of Freestyle Komics, Jen. So I'm going to do that up. My son has some type of ice cream. Please don't make a mess down here. I'm looking because I just got emailed the code, right? So I'm looking for it. I'm going to make it easy. Rock Lee, Jubilee, and Marky. Oh, Rock Lee, Jubilee, and Marky. That's not easy. Possibly. Well, look, I know for sure my code is Watson20. So come check me out. This is going to be the first time that I've ever been in Iowa, so it's super, like, exciting because it's a new market, new fans, new audience, new opportunities. People that, for the most part, I'm pretty sure have never heard of me or heard of Hotshot. So this is going to be great. I'm going to go there. I'm going to hype up the line like I normally do. And then, I'm going to sell comics. I'll have a couple panels. Yes, I am I'm asking for requests. I'll have a couple panels, and I will be on the creative stage. And, of course, I will be selling comics because that's what I do. What's up, Joey? How you doing? All right. So for today's topic on Dear Creative, the main topic is the long game. Find your path. I'll be talking about Thanos. I've been getting Thanos all weekend. Yeah, also, if you guys are new to tonight's episode, any questions that you want to know about making comics or asking me how do I make the comics, how do I survive in the comic industry, the indie industry, any tips and plugs, anything like that, you can ask them in these chats and I will answer them live. That is the point of this. Dear Creative is a show about me pretty much telling you about my journey with Freestyle Comics and making comic books and answering questions because I've made some mistakes. I've made quite a few mistakes. And I'm hoping by me being here to answer your questions and tell you my story that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I made. So I'm going to ask my children to be quiet. Y'all can stay down here and work. My daughter Logan is drawing. Miles, I'm recording, so you have to be quiet now, okay? I'll take that licking of your popsicle as a yes. So, what's up? All right, so the long game. Well, first I'll stop. So here's some of the problems. We're going to talk about Wizard World Philly. Wizard World Philly was amazing. All right. Now, I had a dollar amount that I was going for Wizard World Philly. I did not hit that dollar amount. I am definitely in the green. I was above the green for Philly. But I really, with the 4-day show, with the prints that I did, how many books, I really wanted to hit a certain number with that show. And I can tell you where I messed up at. I got comfortable on Thursday. Thursday, I had a most delicious corned beef sandwich, courtesy of Victor Dandridge. And you know when you eat and you're full, there's no strive to do anything else. And Thursday was a quiet day. But normally I work. You know, I would have worked the show. I would have worked the floor. I would have went out to the line or whatever. I didn't. I just sat back with a full belly and a drink in my hand and, you know, sat at my table. I spoke to people as they came by. I had some conversations and stuff, whatever. But slow day was a slow day for me. And normally, Thursday was a slow day for me. And normally I can turn a slow day into an active day. And that's my own fault. I was lazy on that day. My routine is normally I don't eat till after the show's over to keep myself hungry. So Friday I did not eat. I went to my same pattern and, you know, we killed Friday. We had a great show on Friday. Saturday we did good. Sunday we did better than Friday. So overall it was a good show. But it wasn't just a good show because of the money that we made. How do you settle on sales? Oh, how do I settle on? I base the numbers around. I base the numbers around my previous year at that show, and then I kind of look at the catalog of what I'm bringing to that show, how many new prints I have. On average, I know how like each show. Now, first off, I gotta actually when you're talking about how do you set your goals, you gotta realize what type of show you're going to. So I knew I was going to a Wizard World show, which is a pop culture mainstream comic book convention. So I know I'm going to tend heavy on the print side at a Wizard World show because I do prints as well. And lately, within the last year, I've been maybe like the last year and a half, my prints and my comic book sales have been even. But the last 2 or 3 shows, my comic books have been outselling my prints. So I set a goal based off of what I did last year. I might go 200 or 300 more than that goal. And that's what I try to shoot for. That's what I have mentally. I try not to focus on the dollar amount. Like I set a dollar amount, I try not to focus on it. What's up, Derek? What's up, Frank? And then you know I go. Plus, I based it off of how much product I came with. I had 6 new prints for that show. 5. No, I had 5 new prints. I was doing my free ticket giveaway. I was doing a raffle contest, and I had, compared to last year's Philadelphia, I had 4 new comic books. So I was looking to clean up. And I was really like setting that goal to really push myself as well to reach a good dollar amount. Like Wizard World shows, like Wizard World Cleveland, Freestyle Komics murdered Wizard World Cleveland. I do that with cons too. Yeah, Freestyle Komics killed. We must link. Ready to invest. Derek. All right, what's up? What you talking about? So okay. So I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so Wizard World Cleveland was a good show for us because we murdered it numbers wise, sales wise. So I kind of look at that and see how can I repeat that performance at Wizard World. So, or at a Wizard World show. But same thing I'm talking about, inbox me. Hey, Derek, DM me. Hit me in the DMs. What's up, Chad? So Wizard World Philly was great. Like I said, outside of the money, because I was on the creative stage and I had a good time on the creative stage. I was on there 3 times, one day a week, and I had all types of people out there with me in the audience, and I was talking. I basically put out there, if you can hear me on this microphone, then I am talking to you, and try to get their attention. I used my free ticket item giveaway thing. I had that with me. I was giving people in the audience those things. People followed me back over to my table. It was a good showing. I didn't have any panels this weekend, but creative stage was good for me, and Hype the Line was really good. So when I say Hype the Line, I go, that's because it's looking to take care of each other. That's right, Jen. And Hype the Line went real good because I had my boombox, I had my microphone, I had my speaker so people could hear me. I went out there with the free tickets. We were on Facebook Live. I would go out there, introduce myself to people, basically just saying, hey, up until this moment, you didn't know who I was. You didn't know that I was here. You didn't know that I make comic books. And I'm taking this opportunity to let you know who I am, and I make comic books. And I want you to come check them out because I believe in my books so much that I'm willing to bribe you to come check out my books. So if you can bring this ticket to my table, you get a free item. All you got to do is listen to me talk about my comic books for 2 minutes. And no obligations to buy anything. If you do, that's great. If not, I appreciate you swinging by. Here's your free item. Now that normally goes really well for me. Friday, we were converting those free ticket sales. About 50% of those we converted to actual dollar amount sales. Saturday hurt. I had to do some hard selling on Saturday. But the tickets, the free ticket item, I couldn't convert. I did not convert as many as I would have liked to actual dollar amount sales. So people were getting a free item, and they weren't buying anything. And that's going to happen from time to time. It is. It's something that you should expect and be prepared for. I've had a lot of success with it, so I may have had my own little frustration with it. I'm like, dang, I don't know what I need. How do I turn it around? How do I bring it back? And Sunday we had another good day. So I was averaging about 47% on Sunday for converting the free ticket item into an actual dollar amount sale. Like I talked about the creative stage, talk about the Hype Line, Facebook, social site, pitch. Oh yeah. So I got to go talk for 5 minutes in front of Sony and or Columbia Pictures and Sony, and that was crazy, right? Because I do all this stuff at comic book conventions, and I'm always talking to people, I'm always pitching, and never a nervous butterfly enter my frame. And I was good. I had my cue cards, I had my toys, my action figures of Hotshot Void, and I had my book that I was leaving them with all art and interior pages and stuff. I'd gone over it, I'd practiced it. And I was like, I'm ready. And then the moment I got in there and said hello, boom, all this in my stomach started twinkling and dazzling. Like I was nervous, and I really had to push through it. But I thought it went well. I thought it went real good. They asked me a few questions about it. They seemed entertained. I had a little joke in there that actually worked to my benefit. So I've submitted. I've done that. We've done the pitch, and now it's a matter of waiting to see. Now it's a matter of waiting to see what they actually say, if we're going to go to the next level or if they're going to pass on it. Actually, I need to submit to the Wizard World pitch session for Columbus and throw out another book out there to see if we get somebody to bite. Present, step it up. See, I got these PowerPoint notes, and I try to get them to fit all of my card, and I don't even realize what they mean. Talked about the Des Moines show. Columbus, when Des Moines, like I said, I'm gonna have fun there. It's gonna be a new market. I don't really know what to expect. I'm just gonna go in and go hard for it, and I'll be out there for 3 days. Wizard World Columbus, we're going big. We're gonna have cosplayers. Everything's gonna be. We're gonna some returning cosplayers. We're gonna have Vigilance. We're gonna have Iron Smith there. The FSK team. The majority of them half of them will be there from the administrative team. But we're going big at Wizard World Columbus. I already got the table, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I can't wait for that show. Let's see here. Hype Line, Facebook. So let's talk about the long game. What do I mean by the long game? You never know where stuff is going to take you. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to lead to what. So I got a part-time gig teaching at Picktown Art in Pickerton. I'll be doing some summer art classes in the evening, and the way that I got that job is because 2 years ago at a comic book shop, I did my own art classes, and I was teaching kids how to make comic books, and we met every Friday for like 10 weeks, and they made their own comic book, and it was a pretty cool experience. It was fun. I had a lesson plan. They paid for the class up front, so we get all their supplies and stuff, and every week was a blast, right? Now, I wanted to do a samurai making class next, but stuff happened, wasn't able to do it, couldn't continue it or whatnot, so it kind of broke up. But I still had the images up on my art page called C-Bus Art Geeks, and I was doing some stuff in high schools, some after-school teaching, and I took some pictures and posted that stuff. But it's been like a year and a half since I really was active on that page, and all of a sudden I get a message about am I still teaching comic book class or to make comic books, and I was like, I can do it for school, sure, no problem, but I don't have my own area to do it. And the next message was, well, would you like to do it at our facility? I was like, what? Your facility? Hell yeah. What you talking about? Talk to me now. So as the conversation goes on, I find out that Picktown Art found out about me from 2 students that I had in my original art class, and they were raving. They brought their comic books in, and they were saying how much fun they had, and they ended up looking me up. And even though my C-Bus Art Geeks page has not been active for like a year, I still have it up on Facebook, and she was able to find me through the C-Bus Art Geeks page to start messaging me. And from that point, what's up, Kurt? I'm sorry if I missed you there, didn't say what's up to you. From that point, here I am. I'm working for them now, right? So that's awesome. I got summer day camp where I'm an art teacher for Eckerd, and I'm doing art classes with their kids during the daytime, and I'm going to run about 3 to 4 art classes in the evening. So that's good. Now, I just did the art classes because I wanted to do it, right? I just wanted to have an art class, and I wanted to teach. I like working with kids, and I like showing how to make comic books. I wasn't expecting it to lead to any other job or anything like that, or put me in a different situation, but that page hasn't been active. I made sure when the kids were there, they had a really good time. We took pictures, I documented all that stuff, and they were able to see that. And a year and a half later, that gives me a new part-time gig, and at a pretty cool facility, doing some art teaching, which is great. So that's part of some of the stuff I'm talking about with the long game. Now, to further go into the long game, I took like a 2.5, 3-year hiatus from comic books because I needed to get some things together on my end, and I made some mistakes, and I needed to fix those things, and I needed to figure out how to work, make comic books, and exist in my own family, because I was having kids and stuff, and my balance was completely off. So I faded off and disappeared for about 2.5, 3 years, and then I came back to comic books. Rebrought Hot Shot out, was doing it on my own, trying to travel to comic book conventions. And then trying to travel to these comic book conventions was a struggle for me. I ended up getting a sponsor to help me get to the comic book conventions. And but my brother Victor and Ren had been continuing, and Danny had been continuing to go to comic book conventions and making things happen. So what's up, John? And making things happen. And going to these shows. So when I got to these comic book conventions, I was kind of in the back of the bus because they had been going for the last 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Norma. And they had been seeing great success with the comic book conventions because they've been going, and I haven't. So I basically had to play catch up. I had to figure out, glad you're back in a biz. You rock. Thank you, John. Hey, what's up, Ren McKenzie? There he goes. That's so funny. Like, I'm talking about Ren and Vic and all that, and Ren pops into the video chat. That's hilarious. His ears must have been burning or something. But I had to play catch up, and I had to figure out how to get back into comic book conventions, how to sell the comic book conventions again, how my setup was going to be. I'm starting from ground zero, and my brothers have already been successful, traveling to shows, and got this stuff down. And when I came back to the cons were super different. Prints were dominating the landscape at that time, or whatnot. But jumping back into Wizard World shows, and I'm seeing like the success that my brothers are having at the Wizard World shows. I'm seeing the things that Wizard World are doing, and I smelled you. What's up, Ramel? I'm seeing the success they're having. I'm liking how the Wizard World shows are being run. And you know, there's and I'm seeing like I'm just seeing the behind the scenes of the Wizard World show, and I'm like, man, it'd be so great to be connected to this show on a serious, regular basis. And you know, I got to, you know, start to have conversations with people who were guests of Wizard World. Where Wizard World was, you know, bringing them out because, you know, they brought something to the table. I was watching Victor climb the ladder of Wizard World and having like super great success, getting acknowledgement, and you know, his audience and reach was growing, and he was doing all types of cool things with Wizard. And I'm like, man, that is dope, right? That's dope. And you know, while he's doing all these things, his books are freaking. He's got his books, and he's selling his books, and more people are just getting a hold of his books. And that's what I kept looking at. Like, man, he's getting to go to all these shows, getting these perks, but the best thing is that more and more people are seeing his books. And how do I get these people to notice me? How do I get the show to notice me? How do I make an appearance like at any comic book convention, not just Wizard World, but how do I get the comic book convention to notice me and see me as some type of asset? So what's up, Tyrell? I saw your messages, Ty. I was going to look at them once I got done with the chat, with the video. So I had to I used, whenever I got next to Ren at shows, dude, he'd kick my ass. He would kick my ass with his prints at the shows. And I mean, he's got these beautiful commission prints that he's doing, that he's hanging up, and you know, people are just going over there nabbing him, just take his money, just throwing money at him. And I'm like, man, what do I'm completely from ground zero trying to figure out, all right, how do I get back in the game? How do I get back and be, how do I get dominant? How do I become a fixture in these cons? And, you know, it took a lot of sitting back and watching what other people were doing, what my brothers were doing, what was successful for them, what wasn't working for them, and looking at other, you know, other vendors and other creators and other comic book artists, and just, you know, watching. And then back in the day, Vic and I were named the masters of self-promotion. And one of those reasons we got that is because we were loud. We were loud. We found a way for people to hear us. And I decided, don't do that. Relevant. Don't do what? Give me what? I don't know. I'm confused. So I decided to lean on that aspect of it, because I can be very energetic and enthusiastic, and I have no fear of talking to anybody or approaching anyone in a conversation, and you know, selling my stuff. I've been told one of my strongest assets is that I'm very passionate about the I have lag. That I'm very passionate about what I do. So I just started being loud again at these shows. At my table, I made sure that when people are at my table, that I am talking not only to those people, when I'm talking past those people. And then I'm just trying to think, all right, what can I do to bring a crowd around my table? And that's when I started doing my 30-minute posters. All right, how can I get people to come to my table just off rip? Like, because there will be slow days, there will be slow times or whatnot where I did all right, but you know, you were murdering me with those prints, man. You were murdering me with those prints. I didn't say I was doing bad. I was just trying to get some of them soft sales that you were getting. That's all I'm saying. Where did I leave off at? Yeah, so I was trying to figure out, all right, how do I get people to come to my table? And then I made up a card game. Like Ren had this really cool thing where he does chibi art. Anyway, kids just instantly come over to his table and start picking up stuff and looking at it, and gave an opportunity to create conversation, right? So I'm looking like, all right, what can I do? I don't want to bite off his idea, right? I have to make it my own and come up with something else. So I made a card game out of my superheroes, and I would lay a big book of these cards out, and so people can flip through and check them out. And they'd be like, "Hey, are these trading cards?" I'm like, "Yeah, they are trading cards, but it's also a card game. It's like blackjack with superpowers." So that would give me my icebreaker and bring people over to talk. Victor had a killer icebreaker, the 8-bits. He retired that after a while or whatnot, but he had this big 8-bit poster which created this game that he could do where you say, how many 8-bits can you name without messing up in a certain amount of time, and I give you a prize. That was a wonderful icebreaker that he did. And I'm trying to think, what can I do? And that's where I came up with the game. So the game worked well for me. The cards would always bring people over, and then it'd be like a trap. And then I started talking about the comic books, and that worked for a while, about a year. That was good. And then I kind of like fell away from the game. It's a lot to keep up with it and things like that. And I redesigned it with my interns. So I was like, man, I need to do something else. I gotta find. And I could thank my old publisher for this, because I really did not have this idea until I got with that old publisher. That 8-bit, you remember that, Jen? Jen has been to a lot of the shows with me and my brother, so she remembers a lot of this stuff. But my old publisher, I was trying to think of new ways to promote the publisher, to get people to come to the table. And I said, man, we should give them a free item. We should just run prints. We should find our prints at a good price, and we should toss them out the option of getting a free print if they bring a ticket back to our table. I'll go out there. Nobody talks to them out of the line. Nobody talks to them in the line while they're waiting to get in or anything. That's perfect pitch time. Are you kidding me? So I went out there and I pitched to him. We met Mikey, who would bring his karaoke box, play music, and Vic and I would go out there and we'd break dance while Mikey would play the music, and we'd get the crowd hyped, we'd get the crowd into it. We'd be dancing, we'd start freestyling, and then it just kind of became a tradition. Every time we had Wizard World shows, we would do that, right? And I always speak to the Wizard World attendees, get to know them, because I'm seeing them on a regular basis. So you get to know these people, you start forming a relationship with them. And I need some tips on selling prints. Oh, Dan, what kind of tips do you need? Like, are they your character prints? Or the original character prints, or are you doing mainstream prints, or a mix of both, Danny? And we're loud, right? So, people started taking notice of that, and people it took a while or whatnot, but people started noticing that I would be doing the hype line, or I'm very animated and vocal at my table. I'm constantly promoting on my social media and things like that. So, and then I'm shoveling out these books, right? I'm shoveling out these books. I was with one publisher, and I think that's when I kind of picked up some momentum with conventions, when they saw me promoting from loud as an understatement. No, if you're the only one, because besides Vic, should talks to us in the line. I know, and I knew that nobody else was going to talk to anyone else. Jen is on the Facebook Live on the Freestyle Komics page watching, and she's like, Victor and I were the only ones that would talk to people in line. It's an untapped market. Oh, secret given away, but people just started taking notice of it, and it would escalate, and I would do more and more, and I slowly got to do more and more things at Wizard World. Started making some connections with people at Wizard World, and I have good sales. I'm promoting, and I'm constantly on my social media. And I've been doing this for 2 years, right? Victor says it's been a year of hardcore just this stuff. I'm thinking it's at least 2. And now here I am, and now I'm a featured guest at Des Moines, to the point to where they invited me out to the show, and that's a great feeling, man. That is a super awesome feeling when a show comes up to you and they're like, hey, man, really like what you did at Philly. We want to bring you out for Des Moines. Yes, of course. I'm not going to say no to that. And that's a long game. You got to find your path, your niche of how you can do things. of course, I wanted to do these things to get noticed, to get put on their radar. But all of this stuff I did because I needed to sell my books. I go into these comic book conventions. I'm sorry, Jen, it's lonely over there. I think somebody else is watching it with you. I got 2 people over on the Freestyle Komics page. I think I do all this stuff because it sells. Like, I need to sell my books. I need people to know who I am. And it's hard to let people know who you are when you're in a sea of talent. All right? There are some seriously talented individuals at Wizard World, at any of these other cons that I'm going shoulder to shoulder with. Excuse me. And I need to stand out. I need to find a way to stand out. And that's real talk. I need you to see me before you see the other person, because there's this thing called buyer's fatigue. 90% of the time, someone buys something at your table, they'll skip right over the next table because they just made a purchase, unless there's something super, super awesome that catches their eye. And that happens a lot at shows. And so I need to figure out how I can be the first purchase. I need to be your first purchase. I need to figure out what's going to bring you over to my table, what's going to make you come to my table, what's going to make you spend that money with me. And I've got to stand out. I've got to cheat. I've got to stand out amongst a sea of talent. There's people that can draw better than me. There's people that can promote better than me. There are people that are better than me than at a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? There's always someone going to be better than me. And when we're all in the same game selling comic books, I got to get mine out to you first. And the way that I get it out to you is being loud and energetic, and punch the competition. Or, as Rick McKenzie is saying, you could punch the competition in the mouth. I don't know if I would advise that, but it's definitely a route that you can take. Danny, I can't move original character prints to sell. Plenty of comics was always trying to sell prints. Danny, what are you selling your prints at? Generally speaking, I do a 2-minute spill. I do what's called the 2-minute spill over all 5 of my comic book titles. And I can get people, once they buy a comic books or they buy a bundle of comic books, they'll want to get a print too. Or when I give them the free item, or I guess it's just how you spin it. Because I can get people to come over and like, oh, I want to buy a book and I want to get a poster of one of the girls or one of your characters. And that's how I can plug in the sale with that. I sell my prints for $10 or 4 for $20. But I've also given the prints away with sales. So, all right, here's an example. I have a $20 deal, Danny, that I do, which is if you buy 3 #1 issues, you get 2 prints free and a digital #2 of your choice. That digital comic costs me nothing. I have a really good rate on my prints, so that gap in there with the books, I'm selling the prints with it. So if you do like a bundle deal with it, then you've sold the prints to go with it. I also, when I'm talking about the comic book, I think I haven't heard you pitch your book, but I want to hear you pitch your book. I think that's what helps sell the original prints. I just know some of the ways that I spin the log line for the books or talking about the comic books, it's gotten people to buy the original character prints. Now, I'm not saying I sell a whole bunch of them, but I can move some of them. Now, John is saying kick the competition in the head. Man, you guys are violent. What's funny is that once the first sale happens and people come to your table, it draws other people. Ramel, exactly. A lot of that happened, and it helped that I had my microphone with me, because when people would come over because of the ticket, I would take all the tickets from people, line them up, and I'd wait a couple seconds. I'd turn on my mic, so I'm talking to those people, but I'm also talking past them, and I'm talking loud, so I get people turning their heads as they're walking back, like, hey, what's he talking about? And a couple people will come over. That's what you want. You want to create a lure. You want to create a lure so people come in. Lumberjacks would do that one. What Lumberjacks would do what? What, Morgan? I wonder how a source book would do in that environment as a way to introduce new people to your universe. I have not had anybody ask for a source book on the characters, with me having a lot of titles, and I see a lot of return customers that come back to get their new copies or whatnot. I have one guy specifically in Wizard World every single year. He comes, first thing he says is, What's new? What's the new issue? I'm here to pick up my new issue. I would love to have a source book, but that would be more for my own personal enticement. I haven't had anybody ask me for one, but chances are if I had one, maybe some people would be interested. I don't know. I'm back. I took a break to eat. All right, Justin. Lumberjacks will do that too, and kicking in the head thing. All right, I got you, Morgan. I got you. It's true. I've seen people follow others to my tables in the past. At C2E2, those Dragon Ball originals sold out. Yeah, Ramel had a great little setup with his Dragon Ball Z original artwork that he was doing, and selling them at a certain size. So it's all about finding what's going to bring the person over to your table and get you there. So, but here we are. I've been hitting the convention circuit hard. I did a year with one publisher that was not great. Did not get me everything that I needed, or everything that I wanted. And I can't completely knock them, because it did give me some distance. It did. Whether it was with us ending bad the way we did or whatnot, I still got some positive traction out of it. And now here I am signed to Short Fuse, and the momentum is just continually going. And and there's more things at play than just that, but I can definitely say it helps. It has definitely helped a lot, and it's nice to be associated with a publisher that has a lot of books underneath them, that has a lot of experience working in comic books, and successful Kickstarters, and has a brand that has a hashtag that literally says "We always deliver," and people know that, they acknowledge it and associate it with the IP. So that's great to have on your side. Jen, I know how I've been brought in at a show before is by bundles, and creators would sign them. I love getting my own signed by the creators. Not many will do that from what I've seen at all the shows. I always, is it gonna let me see more shows I go to? I always peace out. I go live at 10. Yeah, be sure to go check out Ray McKenzie. He'll be doing his live art tonight at 10 o'clock. He always does some really kick-ass artwork live on Facebook, so be sure to go check him out. He's in the chats. So I always offer to sign the books. I don't sign them automatically, because I've actually had people say, no, I don't want the signature. and that's perfectly fine. I've had people say, does it cost extra? I'm like, no, it's my signature. I'm just trying to add some value to it. But I do always offer it. And Jen, yeah, so I do have I have a couple different bundles that I do at my table. I got the #1 bundles, and then I got the Hot Shot bundle where you get all the books, or the Vigilance bundle, or things like that. So people do like to do bundle deals. When we were at C2E2 with Short Fuse, and we had that whole rack of comic books, we sold a lot of bundle deals. They had a Red Band bundle, we had an FSK bundle, we had a Heroes Ignited bundle, and then if you bought 10 or more books, that was a bundle. We took money off of it. Gave you a discount, gave you some free prints and things like that. People like value. They like that. Something else that helps sell the books and move them is, it's pretty simple, having more than one issue of it. Having a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that really helps move the books, because people, they want to buy it. They want to support you, but they don't want to be left hanging with the story. They want to see where the story goes. They want to see what's happening. Not everybody is patient to wait until the next year to see the same person. Not everyone buys their stuff digitally. Me personally, I like to buy my stuff from the person when I see him at the comic book convention. And I know I'm going to see him at a show or two, because I travel to these shows a lot. Justin, Dorfis, and Dorfis, I have more comics than I need, so I gave away a free comic out of my collection with the purchase of my comics. Right. Oh, Dorfis is asking what free gift. All right, so do I have any on me? Yeah. All right, so I don't know if you can. All right, so I had these made. I had one made for each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I would take this. Jen knows all about this. Jen knows exactly what this is. So I would take this, and I would go out to the line, introduce myself, tell them where I'm from, what I do, and I'd say, hey, I want you guys to come see my comic books. I want you to see my comic books so badly that I'm going to bribe you to come see them. Take this ticket, bring it to my booth at 1116, and I'll give you a free item. And all you gotta do is listen to me talk about my books for 2 minutes. And if you want to buy something, great. If not, no hard feelings. Thanks for coming by. You're still going to get an awesome free gift. And that would normally bring me in a decent amount of people, especially when it's a slow day. And I'd have people ask me, like, man, why do you have all that traffic coming to your table? Like, why are so many people coming over to your table? Like, it's dead in this row, but you still have people coming. And I would say, because I cheat. Because I go out there and I go talk. Jen helped me pass them out. Because I cheat. Because I go out there and talk to those people. They're sitting out there waiting in line, twiddling their thumbs, waiting to get into the show. These are cheap. These are super cheap. I just Xerox, like this time I got them done real nice because it was a 4-day show and I wanted to keep track of them and things like that. But I look at comic book conventions as a constant promotional venue. I put that in the same lanes as advertisement. I'm going to lose a little bit of money because I'm trying to promote myself and the comic books. I'm trying to give you an experience. I want you to remember who I am. I want you to remember that I was fun and that I was entertaining, that I'm a likable person. Something that I've learned from this comic book game, and it keeps getting re-interjected in my life, is like, people are going to buy comic books because they like the person that you are. They buy it, secondly, because they actually like the book or the book is well produced. But if you're a genuinely good person who is honest and genuine in your passion for this, and they can tell you're not BSing, they'll want to support you just because, like, man, that's a cool dude, that's a cool girl. Let me get their book. And then if they get the book and they're like, oh, this book is actually good. It's produced actually well, so I'm gonna get the next issue. So it's a lot of risk, it's a lot of play, it's a lot of chances, it's a lot of planning. But the long and short, it's the long game, and I'm in this to play the long game. I am just now starting to see. We're having success with the books, right? So I can't. I'm not saying that we're having success with the books. The book sales are good when I'm at these comic book conventions. The Kickstarters we have ran wonderfully. The audience and reach is increasing. But now, what's up, Adam? But now I'm starting to see, other things happen. When like I had a meeting last night. Actually, I had a meeting last night with a few different people. William from Black Nerd Problems, Nathan from GameStop out here in Reynoldsburg, a couple people from Wizard World, and Dave. This guy named Dave, and he was really cool. And he's seen me online, and he said, "Dude, oh, you're Mike, right? Dude, you're everywhere, man. Like, we were set up at this event, and then you were set up there, and I was like, man, that kid is everywhere. You're all online and stuff." I'm like, that's what I want. I want to be everywhere. I want it to seem like I'm attached or involved in a ton of stuff. That's how people get to know you. That's how people find out who you are. Backing up. Jen said, my first memory of my first con was you and Vic dancing in freestyle while waiting in line, and now you're stuck with me forever. Yes, I am, Jen. Yes, we both are. Mike, Adam is saying his first memory, or one of his memories, was me and him attacking this poor Sith with our lightsabers. Adam's a cosplayer. And Jen is a really cool fan. I love having those interactions with people where they're just fun and they're energized, and we vibe off of each other. And that's what happened with me and Jen. We instantly vibe and click. So I see her at all these shows. I see her at Wizard World Columbus. I see her at Columbus, Cleveland. And I think I even saw Jen at Chicago. And when we see each other, it's big hugs. It's like, what's up? We haven't seen each other in so long. We hug and we wild out. And she knows what I'm doing. She knows I'm coming out to hop out the crowd. She knows I'm coming out to give out those free tickets. And so she joins in it. She helps hype it up. She helps amp it up, and she adds value to it. For Mel, Wizard World is lucky to have you do the line hype. They want people happy and provide that. People tape your freestyles. Yeah, I noticed that this time. They're like, I was out there freestyling. By the way, I'm not the greatest freestyler, but I'm really casual. But I noticed people were taping the freestyles and putting it on Facebook Live and stuff. And like, that is reach. That is somebody else's audience, a person I never met. I have now broken into their circle, and now I'm in their audience with that video. That looks good for me, and that looks good for the comic book convention, because they're like, that looks fun. Who's that guy out there just having a good time with everybody? We should be at that show. Yes, Jen does give me crap when I mess up. I mess up on the freestyle. She does give me crap. I've seen that too. I agree. People definitely respond to you, and they're feel of you. I view doing cons just insane. I view doing cons as like rock bands doing concerts. It's a great way to meet old and new fans, create a name for yourself, and sell yourself. Right on the head. What's up, Chris? Chris Miller is my old boss. He's the one of the VPs of GC Services, and I used to work for him. He used to let me do some crazy stuff at work, but it was like, I had to keep it business. I had to keep it business professional, and he liked my energy, so he liked me bringing that to the floor. What's up, Jacob? Morgan, can you go a little bit more detailed into what you're saying? I don't want to misread it, so can you give me a little bit more detail on what you're talking about? Justin saying, my first memory of you is meeting you at Heroes Con. You were sold out of Hot Shot #1, so I just bought 2 and 3 and 5 because I liked you and your stuff, and I was excited to see you join Short Fuse years later. See, it's these are things that people are saying. Like, I've known Justin a while before. Like you said, I've known Justin a while prior to him joining Short Fuse or whatnot. So these are things, man. Like, if you're not seeing immediate results, that's fine. You've got to build a foundation, and that's what I'm talking about. You've got to build a long game. Now, everything isn't going to work the same way it works for everybody else. That's why I'm also saying you got to find your niche. You got to find your path. You got to find what works for you. That's going to get you out here and get you noticed and get you to sell these books. But the biggest thing is that when you're selling these books, man, and if you're at these shows, if you're at comic book signings, at comic book shops and things like that, or creating your own event, you've got to be likable. You've got to be entertaining. These people have got to like you. You want these people to like you so they will rally behind you. That's bar none basis foundation. You've got to have that. And we've been like this. Vic and I have been like that for a long time. We've just been loud, energetic, enthusiastic guys. And Victor has been dubbed and is known as the hardest working man in comic books. And that becomes a legend. that becomes a totem that gets associated with him. And so when we're at shows, people address him as that. You know what I'm saying? People, I get emails where people are like, "Hey, what's up, master of self-promotion?" right before they start going into what they want me to do, or they're asking me something to prepare somewhere. All right, Morgan's hitting me up now with more details. At conventions, I've noticed that people respond to the vibe that I give off. Okay. The things I've seen them light up for is dope artwork, energy, something different at your table to draw people. Exactly. Morgan, right on the head. Morgan has got it. That's exactly it. So so I did a 30-minute poster contest. So once people came over, I have this whole spiel down. It's like 2.5 minutes, and I call it the 2-minute spiel. And I would tell them all about the comic books, a really quick pitch about all 5 comic books, tell them about my prints, and then I'd tell them about my commissions. And then I'd say, and to close out everything, if you buy any item here, you'll get a raffle ticket into our drawing today at 4 o'clock, where you could commission me to draw one of the Freestyle Komics characters. Here's the twist. I have 30 minutes to do it, and I have to do it on Facebook Live. So I would get this poster, or I get this commission sheet. Once these people come back at that time with their tickets, we do the drawing. But before I do the drawing, I talk about Freestyle Komics again, right? I got all these people here, and they've already made the purchase. They know about FSK, but guess what? I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to everyone else in the aisle. I'm talking to the people that are looking like, why is that crowd of people down there at that table? What's going on? Why is that dude standing on the chair talking to all of them? Because I'm talking to you. The person that's asking why, I'm talking to you. I want you to come down here and see what we have going on. Like today, you missed this opportunity to get this free commission, but I'm going to do this again tomorrow. And now you have a chance to come get it tomorrow. Come back to this table, get these comic books, get this commission. I'm talking past the audience. And it's a little bit of sleight of hand, because I have people at my table. I've created my own crowd. So these people have already bought something. They're just here to see if they're going to win something, right? But I've created the illusion of that I have a crowd at my table, and crowds normally draw more people. And the fact that I'm standing up on top of the table or the chair and I'm talking, there must be something really going down over there that I need to come over, and talk, find out what's going on. So it's a game of strategy. It's the appearance of versus what it really is. And I always get pictures of it for social media because it always looks good when you have people at your table and stuff like that. And we've been able to pull in other people and pull in and get sales because of us having crowds and us doing the raffle or me doing the free ticket giveaway. So oh man, just it's the long game. You gotta. I'm not in comics for a short sprint. I'm not in comics just to put out one issue. I want to be long standing, long term. I've dug my trench and I'm here. I'm dug in, and making comics is what I want to do. And making comic books is not just about drawing pretty pictures. I wish it was that simple, but it's not. And I love every single aspect of it. And it's really cool that you can start to see some headway. Not like we've already seen success with the comic books. We're seeing that success with the books, and it's growing. Next week, I'm hoping I can make my announcement that I've been itching to make, which I'm very excited about, by the way, so stay tuned. But to see the success in other areas that are around the comic books, that's progress. You know what I'm saying? That's legit progress when you're acknowledged by other brands and other people and other companies with things that like I get to do with GameStop and Wizard World and in movie theaters. That's acknowledgement of credibility. Every con I do, I try to create it as an event online, which leads to sales online after the con because of what people saw online. Ramel gets it. I think and so I think that's about it. I think that's all I got. I got some of these PowerPoint notes. I don't even know what it means. Social site. What the hell does that mean? But I will say, even though I said, all right, I know what this one means, dollars and more. Even though I set dollar amounts for my shows, I have a dollar amount that I shoot for, but I also have a dollar amount that I'm perfectly satisfied with. But once I set those amounts, I don't think about that anymore till the end of the show. And my priority when I go into shows becomes entertaining people, making sure they have a good time, and making sure they remember who I am. I'm still trying to remember what this social site means. Social site. Unless we're talking about like rebranding yourself and marketing yourself online, as this past year or from now till 11 months ago, I've done a lot of Facebook Live. I've done a lot of social media to fix it. When I got with Short Fuse, Mr. Sean Mack popped my bubble on what my audience was and what my social media presence was. And it was poop, right? So I had to really look at that and watching some videos from Josh of Red Band, of Morals, the writer, creator of Morals, and trying to figure out how I can build and increase my social media presence so I can in turn increase my audience. I mean, I've had to look at a lot of things, man. Like a lot of things I learned with Vic, Ren, and Danny that we still do to this day, on top of new things that I'm learning, because this is a constantly changing avenue. It's constantly changing. It's always something. But basically, if you're going to do comic books, the long and short of it, because I can gab all day, all night about this stuff, but it is the long game. You got it. Once you get in, you have to understand that this ain't a 100-meter dash. This is distance. This is a marathon. And once you get in there and you start working, you got to find what works for you. You got to find your path, because no two people get there the same way, because we're all different. So we have to find our own venue. And I'm not saying that I've completely found mine, because I'm a constant work in progress. I'm still trying to improve and become that much better. I'm still trying to find my way, and I am not satisfied because I'm not at the mountaintop. I'm not where I want to be at. And I don't think I'm ever going to be where I want to be at. But, you know, there are things that I will be happy with. And those benchmarks are happening. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that those things are happening. That's all I got. But if you guys have, guys or gals, have any questions that you want to ask me, I'll stay on here for a few more minutes, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. I think Jen is still watching, and she's still expecting me to freestyle. I gotta go back up. I need a beat. Oh, the TV's off. All right, let me see here. Anybody got any questions you're going to ask? I'm trying to find. Oh, Rock Lee, Jubilee, and Marky. So she wants me to do, or somebody suggested Rock Lee from Naruto, which is my favorite character from Naruto. Jubilee, and Marky. Marky is from Emerald Quest. Marky is from Emerald Quest. I don't know how this is even going to sound. I want to have a beat. I really do. I want to have some type of beat to it. Yep, Jen. Yeah, Jen is. She's fully expecting me to still freeze. Now there was a really good beat. Let me see. How about this? Logan, your mother's calling me. Maybe, I don't know. She put me all on the spot, man. So like I'm all nervous now. I don't know. Can you believe I'm shy? Can you believe that that's possible? It's much easier to do this at a Wizard World Con. No. I'm gonna do it. I'm just looking for a beat. I don't normally have a beat. What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Jenny? I'm glad you're laughing, Jen. This is gonna be terrible. Oh, got a commercial.
Go to Wix.com logo maker and get a memorable logo designed.
Can't believe she put me on the spot like this. Yeah. So Jubilee, Marky, and Rock Lee. Yeah. Why do I feel so embarrassed right now? Because this is on social media forever. So I'm about to spit this verse. As a matter of fact, I'm about to come through, rip it off your purse. I'm about to hit you like Rock Lee. Spitting for free, a freestyle. I'll skip to this beat. You can't hope to defeat. Follow the flow. We about to let it flow like Marquis from Emerald Quest. So I'm about to be the best from the super S upon my chest. Dang it, I'm blessed. So I'm about to bring it back and rip it like forever you rest. Break that flow when I break it off though. I'm about to put it on down like I'm live in the show. Can't remember the last character is Jubilee. And she's sparkling off like she's spitting for free. But she's not when she's hit those shades down on. I'm about to mess up. The flow messed it up. But then I'm about to bring it back because I'm quite tough enough. No, I'm not. There you go, Jen. I messed it up. So that was a little freestyle. Wasn't really feeling its line, but it's forever now on the internet. I hope it does not damage my credibility. You know me. All right, well, yeah, I know this. Next time you watch live, Jen, I will be more prepared and ready for it. You think I would be. I do this in the line all the time. But thanks for tuning in. Same time next week for Dear Creative. If you guys have any questions or whatever, post them in the group. Follow it in chat. Be sure to check out that Ace Blade Kickstarter as it is on its final couple days, and any help towards that would be appreciated. If you can't donate, share. If you can donate, great. We appreciate it. But be sure to check us out as we will have more coming from Short Fuse and specifically Freestyle Komics. Be on the lookout for Vantage Productions. They have a new book coming out, and I've already pre-ordered it. I've already sent them my money in PayPal. It's about to be ridiculous. Get up. Thanks, Jen. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it.